I've had some questions in the comments and a few people have sent me messages. Actually, I've had about 4 or 5 on the Jumper EZBook 2 here. Now, what people have been asking, they've been a little bit concerned saying, is the heat really gonna feel like it's burning you? Well, I'm just gonna check that out now. I've just been testing out some games on it. I have videos coming up later on that. And we'll have a look now, just use my thermal probe here and have a look and see just how warm it is getting. It's okay, that's 47 degrees now. That's uncomfortable. I would call anything getting a little bit more uncomfortable, definitely over around 40. So it is very, well, not very, but quite hot to the touch there. Now I'm charging it at the same time, just worst case scenario. Now the temperatures are around 80, 85 degrees still, but I definitely imagine that that probably will climb. If you charge in game maybe for an hour, I think you're going to run into thermal throttling, definitely. So I could probably do with some sort of thermal mods that I have done before on tablets, running the same chipset inside them. Now where it gets really quite scorching is just along the back here. Just about this area here is definitely hot. So if you're using that on your lap, that is around actually about the same sort of temperatures, but to me it felt a bit warmer. So most of the heat probably is actually because obviously hot air rises, so it's rising to just the top there where the heat is probably getting trapped just around here. Now I'm not too sure whether you could do any mods to help that out. So the other question, a lot of people, well, I had 3 people ask me now, how is the trackpad? What is the trackpad? Come on, give us more details about the trackpad. So you see here, I have the settings open, and this is one of those trackpads that actually allows you to change and disable the gestures. Now I've found that using it, the gestures haven't been annoying because we do have quite a wide and high trackpad. And for a cheap $189 tablet, I think it's fantastic, the trackpad that has this option in here. So you can still use all the scrolls, 2-finger scrolling, and the pinch to zoom. Can be annoying, the pinch to zoom, especially when you're in browsers and Chrome. Someone asked me about that. So you can go along and you can go and disable that, which is really good. Double tap and drag. And overall, I've just tweaked the cursor speed. So I increased the sensitivity up to 8. And I found that 8 just, for me personally, allows me to minimize and maximize and move around a lot easier there without having too much difficulty. All in all, I have to say this is definitely not an award-winning trackpad. It's nothing wonderful, but you know what? It actually does the job. So not too bad. Now, one of the other frequently asked questions was the screen. The screen looks bright, but just how bright is it? Okay, so I measured the brightness and it comes out at about 200, not that low, 212 lumens of brightness, which isn't particularly bright. If that was a tablet, I'd be a little bit worried, but because it doesn't have the glass touchscreen on there, there aren't all those reflections, and I find that you can see here at the moment, I think it's on actually probably on the brightest setting. I'm just doing this one-handed. There we go. Yeah, it is the brightest setting, but I find indoors perfectly fine, quite bright. And the other question that I'll answer to is how dim does it go? Well, it dims right down nicely to only like about, I think it was 10 lumens of brightness. So, no, actually, sorry, a little bit brighter than that, 15 I think it was, but not too bad. Good for night use without burning your retinas out. That isn't too bad. So, there's a few things about this tablet that aren't too bad. Now, the last question that has been asked as well, do flash drives work on the USB 3 ports at proper USB 3 speeds? Yes, they do, and I will just show you quickly. This is the last thing. So here's the USB 3 port. I got proper USB 3 speeds there, so that is what this can do. This the 32 gigabyte one. And as you've seen, if you've seen my first impressions video that I just released a couple of days ago, then you'll see also that the micro SD card slot does support 128 gigabyte cards. My Samsung 128 Pro does work, and the USB 2 port, that is going to give us full proper normal USB 2 speeds there. So the max is out around 40 read and 40 write there. And one important question was that I didn't actually mention in the videos I've done so far is it stable? Yes, I haven't had any crashes whatsoever. It comes in and out of sleep just fine. It boots up fast. It shuts down really fast. No problems there whatsoever with it. And normally I don't normally experience any crashes or blue screens or anything like that with the Chinese tablets, which is surprising. I actually probably get more blue screens of death from my Microsoft Surface Pro 4, which says a lot. So it's just a quick video here just to cover those frequently asked questions. Now I will have a full review that I'm working towards on of this model, which will probably be out, I'd say maybe within a week's time. I want to really get to know it, test out some games on it too. Those videos will be coming out separately, the gaming side of things. I'll just test out a few titles and have that hopefully within a few days so you can get an idea whether this can play light games or not. Things like Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, and League of Legends, I will definitely test those two titles out. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more on the Jumper EZBook 2 here, then have a look at the playlist because I do have a few other videos there. And that is where the new videos will be uploaded to. Hopefully see you soon back in the channel with more up and coming videos.